China built a drone carrier, because apparently aircraft carriers are too subtle now. For decades, one ship has been the undisputed king of the seas, the American aircraft carrier. It's a $10 billion symbol of power, a floating fortress that has enforced a global order. But what if that entire era is about to be capsized? Because on a hazy morning in a Shanghai shipyard, a new kind of warship just hit the water. This isn't just another carrier, it's a vessel that threatens to completely rewrite the rules of naval warfare. Some are calling it an amphibious assault ship, but its real purpose is far more revolutionary. This is the story of China's Type 076, what might be the world's first true drone carrier, and why the world is watching with a mix of awe and deep concern. The modern naval chessboard has always been dominated by one piece, the American supercarrier. These behemoths and their strike groups are the foundation of the US Navy's power. For any other country, trying to challenge that dominance has seemed impossible. Building a fleet to match would take decades and cost trillions. But China isn't playing the same game. For years, Beijing has been undertaking the most massive naval build-up in modern history. But simply matching the US carrier for carrier is a slow, brute force strategy. The real change, the one keeping naval strategists up at night, is China's leap to a whole new way of fighting, a doctrine built on unmanned warfare. This isn't just about building more ships. It's about building smarter ships. It's about using AI, drones, and robotics to sidestep a head-to-head fight and create a new kind of power. This is the challenge facing the established naval order, an opponent that isn't just trying to catch up, but is actively changing the rules of the game, and the Type 076 is the embodiment of that new rulebook. In late 2024, China launched the first ship of its new Type 076 class. From the moment satellite images captured its massive hull, it was obvious this was something different. At over 40,000 tons and roughly 263 meters long, it's a beast bigger than its predecessors and even wider than America's own America-class amphibious assault ships. But its size isn't the story. The revolutionary feature, the detail that puts this ship in a class of its own, is hidden in plain sight on its flight deck, an electromagnetic catapult. That's SIGMA's, the same cutting-edge launch technology found on America's newest Ford-class supercarriers and the Chinese Fujian carrier. Instead of steam, it uses powerful magnetic fields to sling aircraft off the deck, faster and smoother than ever before. Putting EMALs on what is supposed to be an amphibious assault ship has never been done. It's a massive jump in capability. While traditional assault ships are limited to helicopters and vertical launch jets, an EMALS-equipped Type 076 can launch a whole new class of aircraft, heavy, fixed-wing drones. While there's been no single aha announcement, Chinese military publications have been openly praising the shift to uncrewed combat, calling unmanned operations an undeniable trend in modern warfare. The picture is becoming clear. China hasn't just built a bigger assault ship. It may have just built the world's first true drone carrier. So, what does a dedicated drone carrier actually do? It unleashes a new kind of dominance at sea. The air wing of the Type 076 won't be centered around $100 million fighter jets with pilots inside. Instead, it will be built around a powerful arsenal of unmanned combat aerial vehicles, or UCAVs. Analysts widely expect its primary weapon to be aircraft like the GJ-11 Sharp Sword, a stealthy, bat-winged combat drone designed to slip past enemy defenses. Mock-ups of this exact drone have already been spotted near the shipyard where the Type 076 was built. Just imagine waves of these stealth drones launching from the deck, hitting high-value targets hundreds of miles away without risking a single human pilot. Alongside strike drones, the Type 076 will likely operate reconnaissance drones like the WZ-7 Soaring Dragon. These can loiter for hours, acting as a persistent, all-seeing eye over the battlefield, feeding targeting data back to the fleet. And here's the twist. It's still an amphibious assault ship. Below that revolutionary flight deck, the Type 076 has a floodable well deck, ready to launch hovercraft and landing craft to put over 1,000 Marines on a hostile shore. It's a multi-mission fortress, a ship that can control the skies with drones while simultaneously landing an invasion force. It's a hybrid that blurs the lines between an aircraft carrier and a landing ship, creating a single platform to project power from the sea onto the land. To really get how different the Type 076 is, you have to compare it to its closest American counterpart, the America class. The America class is an incredible vessel, a key part of the U.S. Marine Corps' strategy, but it's built around a different philosophy, operating the F-35B Lightning. 2. A manned, short takeoff, vertical landing stealth fighter. The F-35B is a marvel of engineering, but it's an evolutionary step. The Type 076 is a leap in a completely different direction. While the US has perfected the manned jump jet carrier, China seems to have skipped that chapter and jumped straight to a catapult-equipped drone carrier. It's a fundamental fork in the road of naval design. One philosophy bets on the skill of a human pilot in a hyper-advanced fighter. The other bets on the expendability, persistence, and networking power of unmanned systems. China is gambling that the future isn't a few priceless, manned jets, but swarms of intelligent, autonomous drones. This isn't just a rivalry. It's a deep disagreement on what the next war at sea will actually look like. The strategic impact of the Type 076 is huge. In a flashpoint like the South China Sea or the Taiwan Strait, a ship like this becomes a queen on the chessboard. It can establish a constant dome of surveillance and strike capability over a huge area, holding an enemy's ships and land bases at risk. 724. It fits perfectly into China's broader strategy of anti-access or area denial, or a two-ad. The carrier itself doesn't need to get close to the fight. It can hang back, hundreds of miles from shore, and project power through its unmanned air wing. This creates a lethal, layered defense that's incredibly difficult to break for a navy. Built around carrier strike groups, the Type 076 presents a complex new threat that existing defenses just might not be designed to handle. While the world was watching the Type 076 take shape in Shanghai, China was quietly developing another, even more futuristic drone mothership, because while the Type 076 is designed to rule the waves, another platform is being built to command the skies. It's called the Zhuotian, or Nine Heavens, and it's a massive, high-altitude UAV designed to be an aerial aircraft carrier. Unveiled at the Zhuhai Air Show, the Zhuotian is a jet-powered mothership with a 25-meter wingspan that can cruise in the stratosphere at 15,000 meters. Its purpose: to carry and release a swarm of over 100 smaller drones. The first flight tests for the Zhuotian were slated for mid-2025. This isn't some science fiction concept. It's a funded, confirmed project. It proves that the thinking behind the Type 076 isn't a one-off experiment. It's part of a comprehensive strategy to saturate the future battlefield with autonomous systems. The threat isn't just a single ship. It's an entire ecosystem of unmanned power. The launch of the first Type 076 marks a new chapter in naval history. It is a ship that is both an amphibious powerhouse and a drone-slinging carrier, a platform purpose-built for the conflicts of tomorrow. It directly challenges the long supremacy of the traditional aircraft carrier and signals a massive shift toward automated warfare at sea. When you pair it with projects like the Zhuotian aerial mothership, the strategic picture becomes alarmingly clear. China isn't just building a navy to match its rivals. It's building a navy to make them obsolete. The future battlefield is going to be a complex web of manned and unmanned systems, and China is positioning itself to be the one who spins that web. So, what are your thoughts on this drone-launching sea fortress? Is the Type 076 a game-changer, or just an expensive experiment? And with platforms like the Zhuotian on the horizon, is the world ready for the age of the drone armada? Drop your take in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this look at the future of warfare, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching.